Okay, we're going to do some short rolling. I'm going to do it up close so you can see what I'm doing. Now I had accidentally cut the thread here, so I'm just starting off with a new piece. Okay, the needle closest to the carriage is put into hold position. And I'm doing the same short rolling that I did earlier. In the row, putting the needle closest to the carriage in hold position and knit in the row. And I'm doing that until I have 7 on both sides. Now you can see me without messing with it. Okay, stick the needle out, hold position, knit the row. Now I'm going to be needing some weights here shortly, so I'm just removing them from down below. Because I'm going to need a weight here to hold everything in place, because this one likes to drop off. Now what I'm going to do, if you do cut it, I'm going to just tie a simple knot here. It's on the edge, so it should be okay. And I'm just going to gather the rest of my weights here. Actually, I'm not going to mess with those inside because I'm just going to grab some new ones. And just hang some weights. And you want to go until I have 7 on both sides. Now these came forward because I forgot to put that one in. So I'm just putting the stitches, the needles forward so the stitches fall behind the latch. Oh, I dropped a stitch over here, so I'm going to have to go get it. Now, rather than fighting with that stitch, I'm going just below it and rehanging it, because it's easier to stitch, to reform the stitch that way. Okay. And restitch that last stitch. And put it in hold position. So I have 4 and 3. Looks like I dropped a stitch. I did. I'm going to carefully move the weight out of my way. I'm just going to rehang that stitch and restitch it. And I'm just going to manually restitch these. Okay, I'll put that in work position, get everything else in the position it should be in, and move my weight over there so that hopefully won't happen again. Bring my weight up. Oh, must have popped off when I was doing it. So just reform the stitches. Okay, so we have 4 and 4. And move my weight back over to hold it down. Now if you listen, which I haven't done, you can hear it. Okay, put that into hold position. Put that into hold position. Move my weights up. Might have to move them up and over, depending. Now this part that we're working on here, if this is the behind, this is the neck. This is where the neck is going to be eventually attached. Okay. 3, 6, 3, 6. Now I'm pushing back on the material to give the stitches a little bit of tension so they don't pop off like that one just did on me. Okay. Now this one didn't stitch. At this point, so you have to look a little bit sometimes. And you're always moving weights around. It makes it easier. And you can take this off for now. I'll put it back on later. What is hanging up like this? I'll rehang them. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is, because I took those weights off, I'm going to bring these weights up. And that stitch came undone, so just restitch it. Pull the material down a little bit and hang a weight. Okay, so I got all the weights off of there. And I'm going to bring out a few extras because I did take off the big weight. Okay, now I'm ready to go so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, they all stitched. Pull it down. Now another thing you can do is drop some weights in here. Roll of pennies work real good. Okay, so that's my 7th on that side. And 1, 3. That is my 7th on this side. So what I'm going to do at this point, I'm going to wrap this needle, which you push it in and push it out. I'm going to push this needle back into work position. Now that was the decrease short rowing. Now I'm going to do the increase short rowing. Okay, I got a stitch that didn't want to incorporate. Fortunately, it was right up on the top, so I was able to grab it and just restitch that one. Make sure you grab all the thread, not just pieces of it. And restitch it. 3, 6, yeah, that's the 7th one. So you do want to put that back and wrap it. Now we're going back the other direction. Going to wrap that one. Push that one back into play. Now I'm going to bring my weights up because I really don't want those to get lost in the shuffle. So I'm bringing them all up. Okay. Okay, now you saw me wrap the other one like this. That's one way. Or you can wrap it like I did over here. Just grab the yarn, bring it down and under. Either one, it's still a wrap. That didn't sound like it fit. It did though. That's a good thing. And another thing you can do if you want is if you got a little cast on comb, you can bring that one into play and just hang a couple weights on that one. That way you're moving two weights up at once. Okay. Sometimes I find that depending on the yarn, it's easier just to move the needle back and forth. This is not a process you rush. You do need to pay attention to it. It's not that bad. It works fairly quick. I'll give you. Okay, I forgot to move the weights up. So what I do, I drop a stitch. The weights help in keeping the stitches on the machine. Okay, so bring my weights up. Okay, wrap it, push it back into work position, and knit. Now you have to make sure everything's in the right position, because if the needles are if the needles that are supposed to be in forward working position aren't, it will not, the carriage will not go past it. Okay, so that one gets wrapped and that gets in a forward working position. Now because I dropped that stitch, I want to move that up. Move that up. That one's alright because I haven't really changed anything there. Down back in work position. Remember that last one didn't stitch on me. So I want to watch that one. Okay, it did that time. Okay, now the belly is completed. Now what you need to do is graft this to there and this to there, and I'll be back with that video.